Hi everybody, it's the Ruthless Jobber here. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 10 of our NWA, I forgot what it's called then, £10 of Gold. Yeah, episode 10, we have got to our second pay-per-view, By Any Means Necessary. Let's just get straight into it. I started off with a pre-show match, and the reason for that really is I just ran out of time. I kind of forgot where I was and who I was booking. We only have an hour and a half, and I just booked too many matches. This was the one that was demoted to pre-show. It was just a match to get TNT over, and we had them beat Gunnar Miller and Zicky Dice. Zicky Dice is currently the TV champion. I really don't know what to do with that belt. I know I've sort of mentioned about possibly just cutting it down to 2 singles belts, so we'll have the North American and the World. I'm probably going to go ahead with that. Maybe it's just because of who the champion is, and I really don't know what to do with Zicky Dice, possibly, but we'll have to kind of wait and see what I do with that. But back to this show then, and what do we get? We had subpar wrestling and little heat. TNT defeated Gunnar Miller and Zicky Dice in 10 minutes 13, when Terrence Dudley pinned Gunnar Miller with a Dudley Death Drop. So the wrestling got 35, crowd 16, 38 overall. It's not too bad, actually. Again, all of these, possibly bar one, is, in fact, maybe 2. Zicky Dice, I think, is at least recognisable. Yeah, so everyone else is unimportant. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that, I think, really. 38 pre-show match. What did we get? Miller and Dice didn't work well as a team. Well, it's highly unlikely we'll pair them up again anyway. The main show then is opened by Trish and David Marquez. I would say Stratus. To be fair, I think I changed between the two. What is it? Is it Stratus or is it Stratus? I think it's Stratus. Anyway, they open the show here and it gets an overall rating of 50. So it's pretty good, actually. I'm pleased with that as an opening segment. Maybe Trish might have got a little bit more on her own. Who knows? Our first match is Brick Manston against Effie. I could have demoted this one to the pre-show, actually, but we've actually got quite a few tag team matches on this card, so yeah, I decided to demote the tag team match. But this one had, what do we get? Subpar wrestling and little heat again. Effie got the win in 4 minutes 8 seconds by pinfall with a Fire Thunder pile driver. Yeah, very short match. Again, I was running out of time. I've got to remember that I'm only, an hour and a half for my pay-per-views rather than the 3-hour extravaganzas that WCW have. So wrestling 38, crowd 16, overall 35. So very close to the pre-show match. But yeah, a little bit of green there. Got the crowd hot and rising. I guess that's what it's all about at this early stage of the show. And then we've got a segment where Colin Cassidy announces his partner for a tag team match. He's supposed to be taking on the Fatus, and he announces Eddie Kingston. We had the storyline here, lose heat, which was unfortunate. We had an angle idea that had to involve Eddie Kingston. I decided to use it here, but unfortunately it failed. Rating of 31, but the Fatus are getting better at their gimmick. How do we get on with the match? 52, yeah, pleased with that. Pleased with a 52 rating. Jacob and Lance Fatu defeated Colin Cassidy and Eddie Kingston in 9 minutes 8 seconds when Jacob Fatu pinned Colin Cassidy while using the ropes for leverage. Lance was the weak link, but that's okay. I mean, we need to sort of get him over, and the more we use him, hopefully the better he will get. What have we got? Colin Cassidy is still suffering with poor form, which is a shame. And both the Fatus were off their game, but this did get the crowd hotter. So wrestling rating 46, crowd 30, yeah, overall 52. Not too disappointed, and this storyline gained heat. Carl Anderson cuts a pre-match promo on Brody King as those two are set to face off of each other. I know I keep saying this, I must take him off of Road Agent's duty. I'll do that as soon as this show finishes. Rating 39 for this pre-match promo. And it's Brody King that gets the victory in 8 minutes 19 by pinfall with a Gonzo bomb. It says there it was a decent match. The crowd at the end was very hot. So we've got 49 for the wrestling, 40 for the crowd, 54 overall. Yeah, very pleased with that result. We've then got an interview between Rusev and Stratus. So Trish interviews Rusev here. We didn't get him on the card. I kind of, when I was building the card, I don't know, there's certain people I look for. And although he's kind of the guy that I want to get over, I think he could probably be our biggest star. Yeah, I just didn't put him on the card. I need to stick him in a proper storyline, really. But it's a 3-minute angle. It was just an interview, but 75. Look at the boost. Look at the boost in that. Rusev improvised well throughout the segment. But yeah, it's probably going to be our highest segment in this whole show, to be honest. And in a 52 rated segment, the Dawsons defend the tag team titles against the Murdoch Foundation. And in a decent wild brawl, the Dawsons defeated the Murdoch Foundation in 9 minutes 2 seconds when Zane Dawson pinned John Wayne Murdoch. So it's defense number 1 of the tag team titles. Yeah, this was just about getting the tag team titles on the card. John Wayne Murdoch was the weak link, but again, just the more we use him, the better he'll get. Hopefully we'll try and get him over as well. Couple agreeing there, mainly, good work at ringside by the Pope, and good chemistry as well between Dave Dawson and the Pope. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Wrestling rating 45, crowd was only 25, but to get a 52 overall is really good. We've then got an announcement from Trish, and she says that the Professor wants to spice up this match. So we already have Aaron Stevens and Marty Scurll in the ring as they are about to start their North American Championship match. And Trish comes out and says the Professor has asked that this match be spiced up. It's now a triple threat, and you'll be taking on Ace Romero. So yeah, Ace Romero comes out. This was just to make it, just something a little bit different. Stick an angle in there as well. Get the Professor mentioned. Don't want to forget about him, even though he doesn't really do much. He's just kind of like the mystery person who pulls the strings. Segment rating of 55. And the match disappoints a little bit, I suppose, 43. I did have to have it quite short as well, though, for a triple threat match, really. But Aaron Stevens got the win in 9 minutes 32 when he pinned Ace Romero, illegally using the ropes for leverage. The match was designed to be a chaotic and full of action in order to get the crowd going. This is a mayhem match. So Aaron Stevens is defense number 3 of his, I keep saying North American, it's the national heavyweight title. But Marty Scurll carried the match. So where is he? 63 compared to a 48 for Stevens and a 42 for Romero. Terence Dudley, we must get him off the bleeding road agent list. 2 crazy matches in quick succession. I don't remember having them 2 next to each other. I thought I deliberately... Okay, that's a bit of a bummer, but oh well. But yeah, 51 for the wrestling though, which is pretty decent. 39 crowd. 43 overall. Aaron Stevens is still the national heavyweight champion. Ethan Carter III cuts a promo on Ricky Starks pre-match. So yeah, nothing more to say about this one. Why is Terence Dudley road agent in everything? Wow. Okay. Segment rating 45. Ethan Carter's promo, and then we get into the match. And that's a 51. Not too bad at all. Decent match. Ethan Carter III defeated Ricky Starks in 6 minutes 31 by pinfall with a handful of tights. So yeah, a few matches where the winners have cheated here. But EC3 and Ricky Starks didn't seem to click. So yeah, it's an awkward bout. Okay, poor chemistry. It happens. 43 for the wrestling though isn't too shabby, and 35 for the crowd. Didn't really expect too much, I guess. Ricky Starks quite low down the card, but we are trying to get him over. But 51 overall. Eli Drake cuts a pre-match promo on Nick Aldis as they prepare to go at it for the World Heavyweight title. And then in part 2 of this segment, we had Aldis come out and attack Drake from behind. So Drake completely not suspecting a thing, cutting his promo, and then gets hit around the head or hit on the back or whatever from behind. Maybe before the match, before the actual bell goes, gets hit by a chair or some sort of foreign object, giving Nick Aldis the advantage. The storyline did lose heat though, disappointing. 51 overall. The match itself gets a 59. Yeah, gotta be happy with that one. Good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Eli Drake defeated Nick Aldis in 11 minutes 22 when Nick Aldis intentionally got counted out. So this was a storyline telling match. So Nick Aldis keeps his title. He was counted out deliberately, walked away. Obviously, maybe Eli Drake was kind of down and he didn't have a chance to kind of grab him and roll him back into the ring. Aldis was out, heading back to the locker room, got counted out, but he keeps his title. So 53 wrestling rating, 41 crowd, and 59 overall. Yeah, pleased with that one. Overall, 60. I'm pleased with that. I'm forgetting what we've had so far, but it's got to be one of our highest ratings, I think. Increased our popularity in 18 regions, and again, we get this little show benefited from having quite a lot of a selection of angles. So it's not just about having a number of angles; it's about having different angles. So I had a couple of fighting angles. I had a surprise angle. I had a hype angle. Just character development as well would have been the Rusev interview. I'll probably use character development for that one. So yeah, all good. Let's go to the next final segment. Address the locker room. I can never remember what people have got. Let's just say Ricky Starks. Let's give him a hug. Marty Skrull, if I remember rightly, had a high score. I don't even check the scores. I need to start checking, really. Told that they were awesome. And I think... Well, Rusev was good. I mean, I know he didn't have a match, but... Let's how about as a good example? What do we get? So Ricky Starks was pleased. Marty Skrull was pleased. And Rusev seemed pleased. Financial report... losing money. Not as much as on the TV shows, but still losing money. Popularity recap. We've actually got some numerical changes here. So, yeah, on the up in a few regions there. That's all good. We don't get a media scrum because we're too small. We'll have a quick look backstage at a couple of things. Need to check the emails. Okay, so, yeah, a couple of people have gone. These are Terrell Dudley gone from NWA. When did it... I didn't even know his contract was up. Okay, I must have just brought him in as a jobber on a 3-month deal. Well, let's get him back. I can't believe I've done that. Okay, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Negotiate. Yeah, of course you do. Yeah. Come on. So yeah, keep him on an ongoing contract this time. Yeah, I probably brought him in as a jobber, and then a couple of people said about bringing in his brothers and make them a tag team, and I just didn't adjust his contract. Okay, schoolboy error. By any means necessary, got 12,761 views. The pay-per-view buy rate, well, it didn't do great for us. We lost money, but it's all a building process so far. Yeah, a couple of our guys have got touring contracts. So let's do this now on screen so you know I've done it. Which one of these is down as the was it Terrence who's down as a road right? He's down as a, he's not anymore. He's not a road agent anymore. Okay, that's done and dusted. Quick look at our roster, see if there's just there. See if there's any changes in perception or anything. I might not necessarily. Jacob Fatu's a major star. Pretty sure he wasn't before that show. I don't even think he was a star, was he? Maybe. So yeah, all looking good. Major star, got quite a few stars as well. It's the mid card that's suffering a little bit. Too well known. I mean, quite a few recognisable. But I mean, I think the idea really, maybe do we have too many major stars perhaps? Maybe I need to, I know we've got a bit of an ageing roster at the top. So I could just look at cutting it a little bit. But having said that, it's only Mr. Anderson who's above 40. So yeah, maybe it's not quite as, doesn't look quite as bad as maybe I thought. But a lot of major stars and the mid card possibly suffering a little bit. But we can live with it. We can certainly live with it. It's not too much of an issue. Quick look at our storylines. I want to make sure we need 2 storylines at hot or above. We are currently achieving this. So we've got the Drake makes a challenge extremely hot. The Arrogance, extremely hot. Very hot for Who Do You Think You Are? And you got Lucky Power. Yeah, we need to end that one because James Storm is working for Noah too often. So I think next TV show we've got James Storm. Just end it. But it is extremely hot. And we can start another one. Maybe start a storyline with Rusev. So I think that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. I don't know, I've got to be honest, about the future of this series. And the reason I say that is I'm enjoying it. This is the second episode I've recorded in today, the same day. I'm enjoying it. But I'm kind of, I can't wait for a proper TEW 9 mod to come out. I mean, at the moment I'm just playing with conversions from 2020, and although it's not bad, there's got to be a few things in here that aren't quite accurate, or you know, I just feel a bit more comfortable doing a fully fledged series with a proper built mod. But having said that, you know, I'm enjoying it. So maybe we'll keep going. The same probably goes for the Premier League Wrestling Seaverse save. Although obviously that is built for TEW9. I'm not sure. I would have rather have done that challenge with a real world mod. So possibly look at that. And I don't know if you've been keeping up to date with the WCW save. Things haven't worked out quite so well since the conversion. So I'm not enjoying that one as much. I'm going to kind of keep going and hope I can get that vibe back, get that happy, positive vibes from that save back and see where it goes. But I'm kind of now in my head thinking, let's start fresh. I'm not saying anything yet. I'm just it's those thoughts are going through my head. But I hope you've enjoyed this one. Please give a like and subscribe if you have. Really appreciate it, guys. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.